to ignore what must have been the excruciating sounds that came from that child on a daily basis is more than disconcerting to this court. And as such, the court finds it appropriate that each be sentenced to the State Department of Corrections for a period of life. You will get credit for any of the time that you've served.
Of this sentence. Thank you, Your Honor. Court's in recess for 15 minutes.
Years, which is the minimum on count one of that. As to count two in that case, felonious assault, a felony of the second degree, it is ordered that the defendant shall serve a term of 2 years in prison on that count. As to count three of that case, the robbery, which is also a felony of the second degree, the court orders that the defendant shall serve a term of 2 years on that count as well.
The court orders that the defendant shall serve a term of 2 years on that count as well.
Smith Riley, he became very emotional, even collapsing at one point. But the families of those victims tell us this is way too little, too late.
Four defendants serve a term of life without parole. As to count four, for the offense of attempted murder.
This reaction from a confessed killer was the last in a series of intense moments in this Hamilton County courtroom, and exactly what the victims' families asked for.
I have to deal with life without Portia, so he should deal with life without parole.
With his request to withdraw his guilty plea denied and death penalty off the table, the families of Portia Brooks and Aaron Martin pleaded with Judge Charles Kubicki to hand down the maximum sentence. Smith Riley's family begged for a shorter one. With no criminal record outside of that night, they believed he had the capacity to be rehabilitated.
Before sentencing.
I'm sorry for what happened, Your Honor, but he needs life in prison. And I'm not a bad person, but I made mistakes. But I'm not just some gangbanger that she tried to portray me as.
During sentencing, Spencer completely broke down.
The minimum period of parole eligibility is 15 years plus 25 years of life in accordance with Penal Code Section 12022.53D. This is to be concurrent with the full term.
Now, with more security, do students feel safer?
I definitely do feel safe, especially since like after 9 p.m. you have to show your ID and everything.
I wasn't here to witness the shooting. I'm just a freshman, but I don't know, I've never felt unsafe here.
I feel very safe. I've actually been here on campus. This is my 34th year.
All right.
burn pattern that goes from underneath that child towards the door of the bedroom. That is caused by likely something, it's a significant burn pattern as he described it. It could have been alcohol, it could have been something else that gets consumed by the fire, but a significant burn pattern out of control. It's a significant burn pattern.
So therefore, I am
described it. It could have been alcohol, it could have been something else that gets
charge
consumed by the fire,
individual.
but a significant burn pattern.
I don't know before general session for no charge.
A life term for pulling the trigger, but hoped for a chance at parole, a hope dashed by Judge Rebecca Dallett, who gave him life without parole, sparking the outburst. It all started when Jackson turned towards the Potter family, something deputies were watching for. At the sentencing today, prosecutors played this 12 News video of Jackson's February conviction, when Jackson gestured to the Potter family several times, cursed at them, and as he was let out of court, our camera caught him smiling at the victim's family.
We see how evil Chantel is in court, looking at us, swearing at us, and smiling.
The judge said Jackson's past behavior in court influenced his getting the
He is a coward, and forgiveness is not an option for me.
After everyone had their chance to speak in this Wapello County courtroom, it was Dustin Armstrong's chance to say something about what he'd done.
Do you have anything you wish to say to me prior to my announcing what I'm going to do here today, sir?
No, Your Honor. Last April, police found 2-year-old Braden Young unconscious in his Ottumwa home with a broken jaw and extensive brain damage. Armstrong admitted in Monday's hearing that he grabbed Braden's jaw and slammed his head against a wall.
Being betrayed by the man I was with for nearly 3 years brought me into the deepest pain I've ever known.
When Judge Joel Yates gave the guilty sentencing, Armstrong lost control of his emotions, dropped his head into his hands, and cried.
And you'll have plenty of time in the Iowa penal system to think about what you've done to this defenseless child.
Tears were shed throughout the courtroom, some of joy as justice was served, others of pain as Sue Adler